moved to Bristol. Worked as a hotel assistant. Moved to Bristol. Worked as a hotel assistant. Then there was Lady Vivian, who was especially attached to Florian. It didn't disturb him that she was a little bit possessive, demanding the Piccolo's attention, maybe too much. Never mind. The lady had brought a Bentley car, classic, with her to the coast, and sometimes needed a driver, a chauffeur, like she said.
Suddenly thousands of faces I see, everyone seemed to be staring at me. Clowns laughed in the penny arcade. What was this game my mind played? I took a trip down to look at the fair. When I arrived I found nobody there. It seemed I was all alone. Must be that they've all gone home. A trip to the fair, but nobody was there. A trip to the fair.
They visited Marbella, which Florian hated because those rich people were too nosy. He didn't like it. He saw it in England.
But nobody was there.
Lady Vivian, a woman in late 50s, with a grey hair, was noble, an aristocrat indeed. She lived in her mansion near to Windsor in the summertime, but came to Malaga in winter to escape the lousy English winter weather. Vivian was extremely wealthy and gave sometimes bigger tips than Florian's monthly salary.
But nobody was there.
With the permission of Senor Antonio, they even drove to Gibraltar, walked on the main street. She did the more extraordinary purchases there: golden watches, jewelry, and other luxury items. Vivian never paid in cash, but used the checks of the Barclays Bank. These two at times drove to the top of the rock. The lady fed the apes with nuts. It was forbidden, but she only laughed because the monkeys were so stupid looking, like she said. Lady Vivian was sometimes quite philosophical and stated that many people, human beings, were more simple than those apes, greedy, ugly-looking, and not social at all. Florian tried to avoid speaking about the subject that he had a Spanish girlfriend.
Tried to take it all away, learn her freedom just inside a day, and find her soul to find their fears allayed. Tried to make her love their own, they took her love, they left her there, they gave her nothing back that she would want to own. Gold and silver rings and stones dancing slowly off the moon. No one else can know she stands alone. Sleeping dreams will reach for her. She cannot say the words they need. She knows she's alone and she is free.
Francisca Martinez Jimenez. Of course, Lady Vivian knew about that. Florian had a feeling that she was a little bit jealous. Her face turned very serious and she stopped speaking for a minute or so. The relationship with this noble woman became slowly quite close. Even Senor Antonio noticed that, but he didn't care, because the lady was a regular visitor and paid well to the hotel.
Then she met a hollow soul, filled him with her light and was consoled. She was the moon and he the sun was gold. Eyes were blinded with his light, the sun she gave reflected back the night. The moon was waning almost out of sight. Softly ocean gypsy calls, silence holds the stars a while. They smile sadly for her where she falls. Just the time before the dawn, the sea is hushed, the ocean calls her. Day has taken her, and now she's gone. Ocean gypsy of the moon, the sun has made 1,000 nights for you to hold. Ocean gypsy, where are you? The shadows followed by the stars have turned to gold, turned to gold.
She ordered caviar and lobsters to the supper. The fish food was imported from north of Spain or from Britannia. Lady Vivian also attracted a wide company of high society friends to the hotel. Champagne and best wines belonged to her menu as standard. The woman acted like she would be a close friend of Queen Elizabeth's family. She had met Prince Charles while hunting foxes. She could ride well, but took still lessons from an instructor. Liked the Arabian horses with long legs. Florian sometimes stopped wondering this still beautiful creature. The other one noticed it and enjoyed the polite attention. The Piccolo at those moments blushed and tried to correct his dark blue uniform, which was decorated with golden stripes. High collars the costume had, and it was sitting very tight to his sporty body. The shoes of shiny leather, the gloves light mocha brown. Because Florian was a master of piccolos, he could reserve plenty of his working hours to this lady, who could say no. She was a widow of the late Lord Henry since many years. The husband died in riding accident while trying to jump with his favorite horse over a fence, an obstacle too difficult for him to make. Lord Henry broke his neck and died instantly.
No one noticed when she died. Ocean gypsy shackled to the tide. The ebbing waves were turning, spreading wide. Something gone within her eyes. Her fingers like to stroke the sand. Her battered soul was lost. She was abandoned. Silken threads like wings still shine. Winds take pleasure, still make patterns in her lovely hair, so dark and fine. Stands on high beneath the seas, cries no more, her tears have dried.
Because they didn't have children nor close relatives. The properties, the wealth now was Lady Vivian's only. She had an administrator with a mission to preserve and keep all the money what the Lord had gained on the stock market in London. These two once had serious discussion in the garden near to the swimming pool. Then Florian did dare to speak it out, because nobody could hear their voices. I'm trying to make it sure they don't think I'm a gigolo. For sure I don't want to be a male whore. The lady was happily amused to hear that statement. Oh, don't care. You seem to keep always a proper distance. There are no reasons to that kind of speculations. Let them talk. We are yet not married. Florian took that seriously and thought that he must get another Piccolo to keep the company to Lady Vivian. Oh no, out of the question, was the response.
Wait for her, the ocean sighs. Ocean gypsy of the moon, the sun has made 1,000 nights for you to hold. Ocean gypsy, where are you? Shadows followed by the stars have turned to gold, turned to
He had to accept the fact that he was then a private companion to a rich lady, against his own will. I know you are coming from a good middle-class family from Brighton. I have my connections everywhere in England, she informed. Your father is a solicitor, and your mother a light-footed little chicken. Florian was astonished, hearing so precise information. He was stunned and got quiet. Better to be a Don Juan, because that is only imagination, and besides, you are not an opera singer, not a great tenor. You possess a very nice baritone voice while chatting with me.
you would cause the sun to see your light and then be shamed. You cover darkness with 1,000 secret flames with your love. Oh my love, oh my love, my love. And I would cause the winds to blow 100 different days and bring the perfumes of the gardens of the ways of your love. Oh my love, oh my love, my love. Crystal and the clay, nights and the days, all on the prince's seal. Eagle of the sky, light of the earth, this is what the seal is worth, what the seal is worth.
I'm only afraid that I lose my status as a first Piccolo. I don't want to change profession, not at the moment at least. The response was instant. Well, I see. You are not a Casanova either, living in late 18th century. You are honest and straight. Don't want to make intrigues, spy, or steal. You are a diplomat from Brighton, not a betrayer from Venice. Florian was very grateful of those words, and he took Lady Vivian's hand for the first time.
Holds all of the dreams of a life, tapestries and wishes of life, pictures and visions of life, the spirit, the soul of the night. He would vow to love her for the rest of all his
It happened quite naturally. They were very close to each other. He could sense the breathing of the lady, and he could hear her heartbeats and inhalate her fine perfume. She had a plan for them for the next summer, with Senor Antonio's permission. Of course, they would have a holiday in Windsor, driving the majestic Bentley from Malaga to Santander and then taking a ferry over to Plymouth. She obviously had a secret plan for Florian. But what was it? One night long, the young man could not sleep at all. He tried to guess what the Lady Vivian had in her head. Was she wicked after all? No, no, no. And then he started dreaming. He saw the English rose gardens, the castles, north of England, Scotland, and the sea, and the tides coming and going. He sensed the English air. in the dreams.
I made my dreams, then lost them. They left and I went away. There's no romance in the memory that's part of yesterday. But feelings linger stronger, sometimes so hard to disappear. When what holds you is a treasure you've stored throughout the years.
Finding out the hard way again.
The captive heart has lost and won 1,000 lovers. The place each moment close.